out there on the pitch for the Toros. He's not getting the start tonight, but when he comes in as a substitute, he can change the entire pace of play, working that ball through the middle, leads the team in chances created thus far this season. Let's also now take a look at our starting lineups presented by Reliant Energy, beginning with the visiting Real Monarchs. Not a lot of surprises here. Back in goal will be Dusnep. He's led with the defense on the backside, Salcedo, Orozco, Adams, and Conte. And they've got the 5 midfielders, and the 1 forward in this one will be Suba. On the other side for the Rio Grande Valley Toros, no big changes here. Tyler Derrick back in goal. Then they'll go with that 4-3-3. Azocar, Manley, Pimentel. In the middle, Flores, Yakaza, Sorto, and then the 3 forwards. It'll be something to watch as the Toros try to get that offense sparked. Fieldberg, Lopez, and Amos. Take a look at our keys in this one, presented by Amax Auto Insurance. For Real Monarchs, it's going to be about finding those fresh markers, being able to keep that one player that can stay in front of the offense and prevent those attacks from developing on the long pass. The Toros have found a really nice scoring option when they can get the ball long and set up a nice look on the attack. On the other side for the Toros, how about those high-quality touches? The Toros get a tremendous amount of shots, averaging just slightly more than 14 shots per game. But what they're not finding as of late are those high-quality touches, the second, the third touch that sets them up for a really good look at net. Can they find those high-quality touches? If so, this could be a huge evening for the Rio Grande Valley Toros.
Toros have won the previous 2 matches between these two this year, both by shutouts, 1-0 back in June and 3-0 in the early part of August. But can they do it again here tonight? Only 6 games remaining in the regular season as the Toros trying to make a move toward a playoff spot. For Real Monarchs, looking to build for next season. So let's take a break. We'll be back with the kickoff in a moment. This is USL Championship Soccer on ESPN+.
DHR Health is now safer than ever and continues to remain focused on one thing: providing exceptional care to our patients and community. No other hospital is trying harder to keep you safe. We're taking every action to ensure your safety with enhanced precautions, including 3 Offside COVID-19 units. Your health should never wait. Don't delay your health care. There is no reason to. Schedule your appointment today. DHR Health. For you, for life.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow, creating more jobs
and more opportunities for all of us.
Working together. Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich. We got 3 chicken strips topped with Whataburger's own buffalo sauce, a little bit of buttermilk ranch, 2 slices of Monterey Jack cheese. The combination is just right.
It's crunchy and then it's spicy and then it's cool. Your mouth is exploding with flavor.
It just all works together, and then you add the cheese in there.
It kind of wakes me up, honestly. My goodness. I can see myself getting this every time I come here.
They're gonna go crazy for this thing. The Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich. That's back, and it's only for a limited time.
Welcome back to HEB Park. Time to take a look at our injury report, Ryan.
The players out on both sides. For Real Monarchs, Gomez, Moberg, Beavers, Wehan, and Salcedo will be out in this one. For the Toros, Aitor Lopez and John David Sanchez will miss the start.
All right, just about set for kickoff. The Toros will be lining up on the right side. They'll be wearing the blue kits tonight with the orange numerals. And then Real Monarchs SLC on the left side. They've got the white jerseys and the white shorts as we see the two head coaches. Wilmer Cabrera there in the middle. And then on the right side is the head coach for Real Monarchs, Jameson Olave, in his second year as head coach for Real Monarchs, a former MLS player for Real Salt Lake, and has been with that organization a long time. And of course, Cabrera has a history with the Toros going back to their first year, doesn't he?
He does. He was the first coach in team history back in his second stint with the Toros now. And one of the things I love to see when you see those coaches get together, the camaraderie that comes within the coaching profession there. There's mutual respect. They understand what each other are going through. The USL season is a long season, so it's nice to see when you have those coaches not only understand each other, but have that deep level of mutual respect that can come together in what is looked to be a very tightly contested match, but then see that camaraderie coming forward.
Both teams have had reason to earn some sympathy as of late. Not playing well, either one at the moment. The Toros have just one win in their last 10 matches. They're 1-6 with 3 draws. Real Monarchs are 1-8 with 1 tie game in their last 10. So both teams looking, I think, see this game as an opportunity to pick up 3 points here tonight. For Real Monarchs, they are out of the playoff race, but certainly with a lot of youth on their team looking to build for next year and play a spoiler role for the rest of this season. And for the Toros, still a chance to get into the playoff position, but it's the top 4 in each division that make it. They are in 6th right now, trailing Austin and New Mexico United, who are just ahead of them in the 5th and 4th spots. Just underway, here's a chance for the Toros. Christian Sorto almost broke away there, but Kyle Adams breaking that up. And now Real Monarchs with a chance. Malik Johnson, a former Tampa Bay Rowdy, kicks it into the area where Tyler Derrick, the Toros goalkeeper, is able to spear that one down. Derrick, 6'3", 185 pounds, 33 years old. Came in with 43 saves this evening and 4 clean sheets. Started for the Toros for most of this season. And then the Real Monarchs goalie, as Christian Sorto sends this over to Jonas Fjellberg. And Fjellberg to Frank Lopez. A chance here for the Toros. Lopez moving in, across, and then a save made there by Jeffrey Dusnip. And we're going to say Dusnip is quite impressive, isn't he, for his youth?
Yeah, just 17 years old, but he's been the primary keeper for Real Monarchs on the season. Has done a pretty good job. He's got a clean sheet to his record. Does a really nice job, you saw in that last attack, of reading that play and jumping out to take that cross before it's in a space for a forward to bounce it back in.
And I think 3 times this year he has made the USL Save of the Week. So pretty impressive. He's had a lot of acrobatic saves there. And like you said, only 17 years old. He's a local product from Harriman, and they're in Utah. So right away, we've seen the Toros with an opportunity. And here the Toros gain possession here in their defensive end. Juan Carlos Azocar handling it right now. And interesting that he's playing at defender tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, I usually see him playing as an attacking midfielder or perhaps a forward. But again, with the changes that we've come to expect from Wilmer Cabrera with this Toros team, he's got players that are dynamic. He likes to plug and play. And he specifically has talked about his desire to bring in players that can play in a number of positions because it gives you a tactical advantage.
Here's Azocar into the area, and a shot by Amo is just wide. Elvis Amo, who leads the team with 9 goals, an opportunity there. And a nice setup there by Azocar.
A beautiful touch. You're taking a look at it right here. Azocar lifts that up, drops it right in. Lopez does a nice job of taking it off his chest and directing it right to Amo. The angle probably not quite what Elvis Amo wanted. Looked like he caught that more off the side of his foot than the end of his toe. So that push is just a little bit wide, but that's a great opportunity for the Toros.
And Amo, as I was checking his numbers on his shots, approximately 50% of his shots end up on net. So I think you saw the frustration right after he shot it wide. He's used to putting that on frame and forcing the keeper to have to save it. Babukar Jay, right there, who's been gaining starts on the back line for the Toros in the last 3 games. Started the year playing forward, then has played midfield, and has played defense as of late. High ball sent into the area on the left side. Nice header by Sorto. This is to Frank Lopez. Lopez trying to move as a shot, and Dusnap there for the save. So Dusnap has risen to the occasion twice now, but the Toros generating some shots here early on.
And look at the dribble here by Frank Lopez. Coming around the defense, cuts it back on the angle. It's a really nice opportunity because your keeper is going to try to follow that defense using them as that shield, and to cut it right back across the face of the defense, that's a hard attack to make, and he put that on goal, but Dusnap read that beautifully.
And I think we've noticed that the Toros have had no problems generating shots on goal. It's just getting the goals where they've had trouble as Jay moves into the area. He's able to center it. Here's Almo right in front. Shot blocked by Adams. Still in play as Real Monarchs trying to get out of trouble here.
That's the reason that Kyle Adams is the heart of that defense. You see it there, not afraid to go one-on-one with Elvis Almo, a very aggressive and very tactically adept forward. And Adams goes with him one-on-one and is able to stand right there toe-to-toe with him and bounce that back. That was a beautiful defensive play by Adams and Real Monarchs.
Adams from Auckland, New Zealand, one of two Kiwi players on this Real Monarchs team, and I'm sure Adams is a familiar name to Toros fans.
Yeah, he spent some significant time with the Toros in the 2019-2020 seasons for making his trip over to Real Monarchs. So familiar with HEB Park, familiar with how the ball bounces here.
And we saw a Feldberg center it for Sorto. Sorto with a heavy touch, and Real Monarchs able to get it out of danger. Now here the Toros generate a turnover. They've got a player down. It looks like Amo. Play is continuing as Amo is down in the area. Now the referee is going to stop it, and they'll check on Elvis Amo. There he's laying down there. Dusnap showing good sportsmanship, just asking him if he's okay. Amo leading the Toros with 9 goals this season. From Ghana, he's 29 years old.
Look at that pass. Beautiful job by Fieldberg, dropping it right into Amo. Fortunately, that was right in the heart of the defense, and as Amo spins back around and lifts that leg to try to get a side kick on that, he ends up getting more contact with the defender than he does with the ball. And that does not feel good with that shin. When you put shin on hip, hip usually wins.
Oh, yes. And I said Sorto had kind of a heavy touch, but I've seen the replay. It was actually deliberate. He was trying to play it to Amo. And off Amo, kind of a swing and a miss. But Amo up and about right now. We're back in action. Real Monarchs with a long pass. That was intended for Yukasan Suba. Suba unable to gain control, however, and the Toros trying to move upfield. Sliding tackle attempted by Suba. Now Pimentel is wearing the captain's armband. Will play it for the Toros, and he'll send it into the Real Monarchs half of the field. And now here's Feldberg, who steals the ball, and a chance here for the Toros to Amo. Amo trying to center it. It's blocked in front. Feldberg has it, and he wins a corner kick now for the Toros.
Another great job defensively you're seeing there for Real Monarchs. Sam Brown specifically does a nice job of hanging right on Feldberg's hip. Doesn't give him any space to pass that off, so Feldberg does what you have to do in that situation, deflects it off of Brown, and sends the Toros over for their first true fit corner.
Andres Flores from El Salvador will take the corner kick. We saw him taking a number of corners last week against Atlanta United. Here's Icaza, sends it into the area. It's headed out. Nice job by Orozco. Jay with it now. And his attempted pass is deflected. Real Monarchs trying to gain control now. Flores is there to send it back to Feldberg. Feldberg has 1 goal already, scored last week in his first start, which was against Atlanta United. Has it dispossessed from him. And the Monarchs back on the attack now.
I like that decision by the Monarchs to send that back to the other side, flip the field. A lot of pressure from the Toros coming into this close sideline. So by flipping it, you force the defense to stretch back out that direction, give yourself some more room to operate. So Toros have been very aggressive here in the first half, and because of that, they've got all the good opportunities.
And here's an opportunity here for the Monarchs. This looks like Charlie Weehan. It's the last Monarch to score a goal. That was 3 games ago. Has it kicked away from him by Pimentel. Now Sorto, who's come all the way from the left to the right side of the field, will play it back to the back line. Now we noticed when the formations were announced tonight, Brian, a 4-3-3 for the Toros and a 4-5-1 for the Monarchs. Monarchs really trying to clog that midfield, aren't they?
And I think that's a smart move to make when you're a team like the Monarchs who are just trying to break through offensively. The more guys you can bring into the midfield to control the pace and get in those passing lanes, the better it will be for you. As you mentioned, Weehan, the last one to score for the Monarchs came 3 days ago. Monarchs have only scored 1 goal in the last month, so they would really like to break through, and this could be a good opportunity here against the Toros on what is a very soggy field after all that rain, although the field has actually cleaned up very nicely given the amount of rain we've gotten. But a wet field slows the ball down. You're not going to see quite as much racing up and down. So if you can be tactically sound with that many midfielders, it can really help you to build strong attacks.
Monarchs came into this game with 220 scoreless minutes, a streak that they would like to end as soon as possible. Malik Johnson controlling on the right side, has it kicked away from him by Fjellberg, but Real Monarchs will have the throw in. Johnson from Toronto, as we mentioned, his former team, the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
The United Soccer League, all 31 championship clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United New Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com.
Ikaza able to kick it away. Monarchs regaining possession there, but Johnson looks like he's shaken up, and ball goes out of play. The referee's going to come over to check on Johnson now. Johnson only 23 years old. As we mentioned, had played with Tampa Bay the last couple of seasons. It's also played in the Canadian Soccer League with Toronto FC. And there we see the second-year head coach, Jameson Olave, 5th coach in team history, former Defender of the Year back in his MLS career.
And he's done a really good job with the defense here for Real Monarchs. We were talking pregame as we were going over what to expect in this one, how great they have been defensively. They've only allowed 3 goals or more twice on the year. Spectacular job defensively. They've been in matches. So we talked about the one thing they've yet to break through with is really with their offense. But defensively, one of the more adept teams you're going to see in USL play.
They have been hard to score upon. As we're back under play right now, the Toros coming off a 2-0 defeat midweek at New Mexico United. They actually outshot United, but United was able to find the back of the net once in the middle of the game and once more in stoppage time of the second half. But the Toros certainly had chances in that game, and we've seen chances created by them here early on. Some pressure defense. Here's a turnover. Here's Sorto. Going to drop it for Frank Lopez, but kicked away from him. Nice play by Sam Brown. And now we've got a free kick awarded to Real Monarchs.
It's a good spot for a free kick as well if you're the Monarchs. As we said, the Toros have been really aggressive, moving the ball back and forth, applying a lot of pressure. That gives you a chance to send your team deep. Get a good kick off of here and get some space built up because you want room to operate if you're Real Monarchs right now. The Toros have been breathing pretty heavily right upon you every time you had control. This gives you a chance to really kind of stretch things out, see what kind of look you can develop.
You know, try to stretch out that defense and find some seams in between. Here's Adams sending it ahead, but the offside flag has come up. He was trying to get it to Weehan.
It was actually a pretty good look for Kyle Adams. You don't see that back line defender attack quite so often. He does a nice job there of seeing there was a soft spot, a little lane he could run for, drives forward into it, Just a little misconnection. Weehan broke a little too soon. Had he stayed on, that was going to be a really good look.
Toros with it on their back line. Jay sends it across to the right side of the field to Manley. And then he'll get it to Asokar, who moves it across the half line. Sorto with it now. Sorto, 3 goals and 4 assists this season. Goes to Lopez in the area. And Lopez knocks a shot down before it's finally cleared by Kevin Salcedo. Toros trying to make something happen here, but Johnson able to win the ball from Fjellberg. Fjellberg, by the way, turning 23 just this past week. New player from Norway, and scored his first goal last Saturday in the 3-2 win over Atlanta United 2. This is Orozco for Real Monarchs. Has the ball kicked away from him, and another turnover here generated by the Toros. Heidegger plays it ahead. This will be Conte. Conte going one-on-one against Asokar. Conte tried to move inside, and Manley is able to clear that one away. It'll be a throw-in for Real Monarchs. Real Monarchs in 7th place in the Mountain Division. Toros in 6th place.
That Mountain Division is still pretty tightly packed. You mentioned the Toros currently in 6th, but they're just 3 points out of 4th place, which is that final playoff spot. So a win here could go a long way toward helping their playoff chances. That team currently sitting in 4th is New Mexico, team they lost to earlier this week.
Yeah, and a team they'll see 2 more times before the season is done. Toros haven't made the playoffs since 2016, which was their inaugural year. And for Real Monarchs, they missed the playoffs last year, but they had had 3 winning seasons right before that. Now in the 16th minute, no score yet. Toros have had the better opportunities, and getting one here as Lopez sends it ahead. Here's Fjellberg, center of the ball, and it's going to be a corner kick. Adams kicking that one into safety, and they'll concede their 2nd corner of the match.
And Salcedo had overplayed that ball just a little bit. Take a look right here. Nice job of feeding Yakaza. Gets it past Adams. He's got to come back. In the process of doing so, just trying to clear it away. He puts it off the back of Salcedo. Another good look at a corner here for the Toros. So they're going to try to strike and break this 0-0 tie.
And Flores puts it in. A short kick. This is Ikaza. Emilio Ikaza came over from Austin Bold, and now here's Asokar to Lopez. A shot and a save. Big save there by Dusnip right on the doorstep. And now a breakout opportunity here for the Real Monarchs. Jay has to race ahead and play it back to his keeper, Derek. He's kicking it away from Suba. So we've seen a couple of big saves here early from Dusnip.
He's been really strong in net. Coming back the other way, I think that's a great opportunity to look at why Babacar Jay is getting some time on the back line. Big, long, quick body. He's able to run that ball down on what looked like a wide open breakaway for Orozco. But Jay uses that speed and that length to get there first and make sure control still belongs to the Toros.
Yeah, good catch-up speed there. We see Adams played 61 games with the Toros, and this year with Real Monarchs. He, along with teammate Max Mata, both from Auckland, New Zealand. The referee having an animated discussion there with Asokar and Suba. Ready to resume action now, and the throw-in goes to Orozco. He'll play it back to Dusnip. Dusnip, who has 1,350 minutes coming into this game, already an experienced keeper, as Weehan controls here for Real, looking for a shot. Now he'll find Johnson open on the right side, trying to cut inside, and it's cleared out by Manley. First serious attempt we've seen from Real Monarchs did not result in a shot, but a good scoring opportunity there for Johnson. Just wasn't quite able to find the open man or find the open space to generate a shot. Johnson controlling it here. Goes all the way back to his teammate Salcedo. Salcedo out of Colombia. He's trying to get that to Johnson. It's played out of bounds by Jay. Some good end-to-end action here in the early going. So the start time was delayed by 90 minutes because of heavy rains in the area here in South Texas.
It's like the official wants to have a conversation with Jay and Johnson for just a moment. Been a lot of physical play between those two, although I think they've both done a nice job of being physical but then stepping away before anything got too heated. But the official wants to make sure everyone's clear on what is and isn't permissible.
This will be the third whistle on the Toros. So Orozco will play it back to Salcedo. And now Adams with it, plays it back to his keeper. Dusnip, who came in with 50 saves, has already made a couple here early on. Now Halsey will send this forward to a streaking player. That's Suba. And Pimentel able to deftly play it back to Derek, who clears it upfield. Right away, Real Monarchs trying to generate an attack, but Suba caught offside.
Well, that was just a bang-bang play. I don't think Suba realized his team had regained possession. He was kind of trailing back for a moment, and all of a sudden the ball's moving forward. He catches himself offside.
You know, it's Nidegger with a nice pass there to Suba, but you know, like you said, Suba was still hanging out offside. Also Cod, who's second on the team with 6 goals this year, making, I believe, his first start on the back line here tonight. Now goes from Manley to Pimentel, and Pimentel will find Jay. Jay, I think, starting his 3rd or 4th straight game on the back line.
And Jay's been really strong on the back line across these performances. We talked a little bit earlier about that catch-up speed he brings, which is a whole new dynamic to the defense for the Toros. Having somebody on that back line that can make up that space with their sheer speed gives you some more options, allows you to play your midfields a little bit more forward because you've got more protection on the backside with the speed. Coach Cabetta still tweaking, still turning. He's trying to put this Toros team not only in playoff contention, but to be in a place where they're playing their best soccer when those playoff games come.
And Toros try to build up here. Is also Cotter with open space into the area. Clipped up in the air by Adams. Lopez and Adams dueling for it now. And Lopez able to knock the ball over Adams, but Dusnep is there to grab it.
Really impressed with the play in net for Dusnep. We said just 17, but he plays with a lot more experience even with that. That's a hard play to read because he can't see the ball over his defender. It loops back, and you've got that long body of Elvis Amo right on top of it, but he reads it beautifully and gets to it before Amo has a chance to put a head on it.
The Toros Pimentel able to win that ball from Suba and play it downfield, and Orozco now forced to play it back to his keeper. Yeah, Dusnep's showing a lot of poise, and he's been kept busy here early. Long pass intended for Johnson will go out. I think last touched by Jay, they say. And so Real Monarchs with the throw in. Now here goes to Nidegger, who will fire it over to the left side, and then it's misplayed over there. And so it'll be a Toros throw in now. It's played by Suba, I believe. Here's the throw in to Pimentel. And long pass to Jay, who's got plenty of space to work with. Sorto sends it ahead, trying to get it to Amo. Real Monarchs trying to get away from that attack. Not quite able to do it. The ball finally goes out off of Amo. And it'll be a Real Monarchs throw-in. Toros have scored in all of their home games this year. looking to keep that strike alive here as we're halfway through the first half. Like we said, this is the third meeting between these two. They'll have a fourth meeting that'll be at Zion Bank Stadium coming up around October 27th. And Toros taking the first two games back in June, 1-0, and in August, 3-0. There's Ikaza battling for it against Nidegger. Able to get it through Feldberg. Feldberg knocked down from behind, and this will be a free kick here for the Toros.
Pretty good spot for the Toros as well. Ikaza does a nice job of driving forward in to those two defenders, and as they come in to trap, they end up tripping him up. So Toros find themselves in a good spot. Look at the nice job by Feldberg. Gets himself over the ball, controls it, and the defense just bowls over him from behind. But a good job of protecting, making sure you don't give that ball up in a spot where your team has a good chance to drive forward.
And Feldberg adds some a little bit of spark to that offense, doesn't he, since he's come in?
Yeah, he's been a real plug for what they're doing offensively, not only because he's so adept with the ball at his feet, but as you saw there, he's not afraid to drive into the mouth of the defense, which is not an easy skill to develop, knowing that you can protect the ball, you can dribble it well with all those legs flying around you.
Jay had come forward, tried a back heel to Sorto. That did not work, and Real Monarchs able to clear it downfield, and Manley forced to head that one out of bounds. Be a throw in for Real Monarchs. This is Wehan. He'll throw it in for his teammate Halsey. Halsey out of Sterling, Virginia. Ball cleared upfield, and then Sorto plays it down into open space. That's Adams going up against Amo, and Adams able to head it away from Amo. Amo winning the ball now, is going to fire it over to the left side, but a little too far. That'll go out. It'll be Real Monarchs ball. No score yet. You're the midway through the first half.
I think you're seeing early on here, both teams still trying to get a feel for the ball. All that moisture has an effect on the way the ball feels at your feet. And Amo over kicking just a little bit there. A dry ball floats a little differently, so you kind of will put a little extra on it when that ball's damp. In that case, Amo still just trying to dial that leg in and get the right touch.
So quick view from the sideline, the way the coaches see it, as Asokar will bring it across the half line, has plenty of space there, finds Fjellberg. Two markers close in on him, so he'll return to Asokar. Amo trying to get open for him. And Amo forced to play it back, and then Ikaza will play it all the way back to the half line. I'll shift the attack all the way to the left, and here's Jay trying to find some space. Sorto, who leads the team in chances created, forced to play it back. And Real Monarchs defense holding firm right now.
The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forwardforever-proud.
Asokar sends it into the area. Nobody there for the Toros, but Halsey plays it out anyway to concede the corner kick. Sure, Halsey there taking no chances.
That's the best play you can make here. Really good job by Ikaza of driving this forward. And you see Asokar places that maybe a little too far, but if you're Halsey, you want to make sure you clear that away. The Toros have shown some real strength at being able to pick up those loose balls in front of the net and put it in. So much better to clear it out and force the corner.
See, Flores will put it in. Here's Fjellberg. He'll give it a go. And there's a rebound attempt, and the ball's put in. It's a goal. Toros on top early after a Real Monarchs miscue.
What was that we were saying about the ball bouncing around in front of the net and the Toros finding a way to put it in? There's a good look right there. Dusnep, right place, right time, but he could not keep his mitts on that ball. It drops loose, and what's happening? Well, you've got Elvis Amo crashing, and what does he do? Take a look at this. One quick little squib, and he is tickling the back of that net.
Yeah, took advantage of that one, and Dusnep, you have to feel a little bit for him. Gave up an easy rebound right there, and Amo able to capitalize for his 10th goal of the season. Coach Cabrera liking what he sees right there from the Ghanaian.
And you were saying a moment ago, Mark, what a great job Yakaza does of being kind of a spark to the offense. He creates that goal by taking that shot. And a lot of players may have said, well, let me look for one more touch from there. But Yakaza had a really nice look at net. He takes the shot, forces Duznep to play on it. And because of just that slight misplay, it opens up an opportunity for Elvis Amo.
So 1-0 our score. Toros the goal in the 28th minute. Amo his 10th of the year. Ball plays back to Derek in the Toros goal. And he'll roll it out to Jay. Jay's going to reverse the attack to the right side. This is Asokad. He'll find Fjellberg. And Fjellberg will race downfield. Adds a lot of speed to that forward line. Unable to get past Suba. And the Toros will try it again. Toros have already 5 shots in this game. None yet for Real Monarchs. As we see Sorto send this into the area. Amo unable to control it. And Real Monarchs able to send it clear. So Jay recovers. And the Toros will start the build-up once again. So Asokar going downfield. Finds Frank Lopez. Lopez, former player with Oklahoma City Energy, on loan to the Toros. Now to Ikaza. Ikaza tried to send it to Sorto, kicked away by Johnson. Goes back to Duznep. It was played back to Duznep, so he couldn't pick it up with his hands. Asokar intercepts. Flick on by Amo. And now here's Sorto trying to work his way for a shot. But it was intercepted by the defense. I think Sam Brown getting that one. Real Monarchs dodge another bullet. And again, Toros generate the turnover at midfield. Little give and go there between Amo and Flores. Asokad will send it to Lopez. Asokad racing into the area, gets the return pass. But this one again intercepted. That's Brown again. Asokad and Brown dueling for it now. Asokad being real aggressive. Even though he's playing on the back line, he is coming up to help the offense quite often in this attack.
We've seen all season Azokar not afraid of contact. He'll play through contact. He's got a really nice center of gravity. Really hard to knock him off the ball, and you saw it there. He races, remains aggressive. Because of that, he retains possession from the Toros and keeps this counter building.
Saw Fjellberg with a pass back to Manley, then racing ahead to take a pass from Asokar. Fjellberg trying to create some space there, but Adams, having nothing to do with that, knocks it clear.
And a real deep throw in for the Toros now. About as close to a corner as you're going to get without it being a corner. Looks like we have a Real Monarchs player down before this can restart.
Suba at midfield. Down right now, and now they're going to call for the trainer. Suba is hurting. Suba out of North Carolina, only 17 years old. 5'11", 174 pounds. A lot of young players on this Real Monarchs team. They have a number of teenagers because they're not afraid to put a number of players from their SLC academy or the Real Salt Lake Academy on their team in the USL.
Yeah, they're willing to continue to rebuild, restructure, and remove there. And I think that's a good move for a team like the Real Monarchs. When you can build with youth and you continue to develop those players, you can go a long way toward building longevity for the future and maintaining yourself as a team that can be competitive for years and years to come. USL fans may recall that earlier this year they announced the initiative that they're calling Real Monarchs 2.0, which is that new blueprint that they've put together where the front office is looking to optimize and promote roster unity within young growth within the club. The Monarchs are shifting their focus to signing promising young international players and promoting this heavily through their Real Salt Lake Academy. So a different look from most USL teams. Rather than going out and looking for those experienced players that have got a lot of international work playing in Argentina, playing in the Mexican leagues, a lot of time playing in those European leagues. Instead, they're looking to find that youth and bring them up in their system so that by the time they're ready to play in the USL, perhaps play in other leagues, they've developed that system already. It's intrinsic to them, and they can build from there. And I think it's a new model, but it's something that could reap some real benefits for them, because the more experience you have playing in this system, the much easier it is to contribute to it and to be successful in it as the years continue.
So looking at their roster for tonight's game, they've got 11 teenagers on their roster here tonight. Very young team. Real Monarchs playing with 10 at the moment. Now Suba has come back onto the pitch to give them the full 11. And the Toros unable to generate any kind of attack with their deep throw in. And the Monarchs will try it now as they shift all the way to the left side. This is onside for Nidegger. Nidegger has 2 markers on him, so he'll pull up, get it to his teammate Conta. And Conta will push it back to Halsey, who will shift the attack to the right side. A little too far, and that's going to go out. It'll be a Toros ball.
I think that was just the slightest little miscommunication for Real Monarchs as that pass was sent in. I think they were expecting their wing to kind of fold back out to the corner. In that case, I believe it was Mata that they expected just kind of, no, I'm sorry, it was Suba. They were expecting to kind of fold out to the corner, but instead he dug back in like he was going to come back toward the net. Because of that, there's no one to receive that long pass.
By the way, the Toros are 5-4-1 lifetime against Real Monarchs, so it's been a pretty tight series. As we said, the Toros had won the 2 meetings this season. Now we've got a free kick here awarded to the Toros. Toros up 1-0 on the strength of an Amo goal from in close, his 10th of the year. Still 10 minutes and change left here in the first half. Jay with a little give and go with Sorto. Now Jay will cut to the net. Unable to get the return pass, however. Orozco with control of it for Real Monarchs. They'll send it up to midfield where it's pushed ahead. And running onto it is Suba. 17-year-old player going up against Manley. Manley cutting him off. And now a second marker comes in. That's Sorto. I think they're going to call a foul here, though, as those Toros are a little bit too aggressive.
And Suba doing a really nice job of standing over the ball. And see, he's got Sorto and Manley just right there with him. And as Sorto tries to wrap under him, their legs get tied up. He takes Manley out with him. Fortunately for Carter Manley, since he falls on top of him, he picks up the foul there.
And there's a center ball goes inside, but Weehan unable to get a good shot generated there. Kind of fanned on it a little bit. It was a nice center ball from Suba. This were baseball, I would say, unable to get good wood there on the ball.
Yeah, it took kind of an interesting hop. I don't think he expected it to come up quite so high. He swung low, thinking he was going to be able just to kind of push that with his shin, but instead that comes up nearly hip high. Swing and a miss.
And now we've got a couple of players down. Let's see, it's Amo for the Toros. And I think it was Nidegger for Real Monarchs, who just got up. And it seems okay.
And a little further away, Suba is back down on the pitch. He's taken a couple of really good hits coming back and forth in the aggressive play, and stretching Suba out. He needs a little bit of a breather. Lots of effort on both sides. I don't think either team is going to come away from this one and say, didn't like the amount of effort we put out. Both teams really, really being aggressive.
And you can tell how humid it is out there as well as we take a look at the replay. Yeah, Amo and Nidegger kind of collided there. And then Suba was injured in a different incident.
Still taking a look at that
with
tape.
the heavy rains right before the game, there's a lot of humidity now as we're only about 60 miles from the Gulf of Mexico here in South Texas. And you can see the players, their kits soaked through with with perspiration.
Substitution now for the Monarchs is going to come out will be Suba. It's going to be replaced by Aries Briggs. And going for the W, starting next spring, the USL W League will be providing increased equity and opportunity for women looking to pursue careers in soccer, both on and off the pitch. Comprised of clubs from across the Championship, League One, League Two, and new expansion markets, the W League is set to begin play in more than 30 communities across the United States. Head over to USLWleague.com to learn more.
The long pass, Jay, a little flick-on header back to his keeper, Derek, using his 6'1" frame there to outduel the offensive player. See, Briggs, who just came onto the pitch, was trying to give Derek a little bit of problems. Briggs, out of Memphis, has 3 goals and 2 assists, so might provide some offensive spark here for Real Monarchs. Now in the 40th minute, Brown and Nidegger. Nidegger sends it back. Now it's sent into the Toros into the pitch. And Sorto able to gain control. Now the Toros begin the attack as Amo will send this forward. Nice sliding tackle there by Adams. But Fjellberg gains control. And it kicked away by Adams. Fjellberg regains. The 23-year-old will play it back to Ikaza. Ikaza, a former Austin Bold player. Works its way around the horn to Jay now on the left side. Going to work out something with Sorto. Sorto unable to turn around as Orozco was giving him fits. Some aggressive defending here by Real Monarchs. The Toros will reverse the attack once again. There's Asokat. Likes to push it upfield, draw a defender so he can pass the ball down deep, as we've got a free kick now awarded as Andres Flores has taken a spill.
And Kevin Salcedo tries to step in and challenge that ball from Flores. Flores, a little bit of an Olay. He got it and then quickly turned on that hip and tried to drive forward. Salcedo takes his legs right out from under him, and that's going to draw a yellow. It'll be our first colored card in this one, and that's going to give the Toros a look in a really good opportunity, as the yellow to Salcedo is going to give some space for the Toros to operate.
And Salcedo, no stranger to referees. That's the 6th time this year he's been booked. Has played on the Colombian national team for their U20 team. And so this is the first free kick in a dangerous position we've seen from either team tonight. Looks like Ikaza is standing over it along with Flores. Now it looks like it'll be Flores who's going to take it. Fjellberg also standing there. Flores puts it in play. Ikaza sends it to Fjellberg, chips it into the area. A header on goal, and it's a goal! How about that, Carter Manley? Puts the Toros up 2-0 here in the first half.
It's the second goal of the season for Carter Manley. What a beautiful spot to give the Toros another shot in the arm. They've been the aggressor here in the first half, and Manley does a nice job of finding his spot he wants to stand in, sets his feet. Fjellberg sends that cross back apart. And look what Manley does with it. Really nice touch right here. Manley jumps up. Before Dewsnip can even figure out what's happening in front of him, Manley drives that one into the net. Huge goal for the Toros as they are firing on all cylinders offensively.
That was a pretty goal there. Well set up. Fjellberg with a beautiful chip after he received a pass from Ikaza. And then Manley, as you said, his second goal of the year. And just the 4th goal by a Toros defender this season. It is a pretty one, put him up 2-0. But just a few minutes here before the end of the first half. And the Toros with a commanding lead here. Toros again with control. See a long pass down the right side. That's Fjellberg. He'll chip it into the area again. But this time it's Salcedo is there. Sam Brown, a touch to Adams. They work it ahead to Nidegger, who's knocked off the ball, but this is going to be a foul and a free kick for Real Monarchs.
I think it's a good call there. Azokar got there first, but he kind of sets up a pick. You got to really give that offensive player an opportunity to turn. You can't blindside them, and that's kind of what Azokar does there. He gets there first, but then kind of stands over the ball and brings the contact right to his chest.
Little give and go. Nidegger sends it ahead. This is onside, and Derek has to come way out to make that sliding save there as Briggs was really closing in. Great chance there by Real Monarchs. They not done yet. Nidegger will send it over to the right. This is Johnson. Johnson cut off by Jay and has to play it back. 1 minute and then stoppage time left here in the first half. Long pass over to Conte, and Conte is able to, well, actually they had I think a whistle before that. Conte was unable to send it into the middle, and it's going to be a goal kick.
It was a nice look for Real Monarchs, and to give credit to everything that was developing there, you've got to go back to Salceda, who saw some really nice space to operate from there on the far side, and Salceda coming from the back line sent a beautiful long pass up to that corner. Great job of reading the field and seeing where your team has an opportunity to continue to build a quick counter. Fortunately for them, Conte just couldn't make anything develop off of that, off of great opportunity from Azokar of sliding in and preventing that from coming back toward the middle.
And Conte, I believe, ruled offside. That's why Derek moved the ball way up. Going to be 4 minutes of added time here as a ball played into the area, and Dusnep able to come down and grab that one before Sorto could get on top of it. He'll kick it all the way up to the midfield. A lot of space here for Johnson. Johnson's back pass stolen by Sorto. Kind of a lazy back pass there, and Sorto on top of it. The Toros with possession here. A lot of time added here in this first half. Now Manley. Manley has now 2 goals, 2 assists for the season, for getting his second just a few minutes ago. Plays it back to his teammates. Now Jay, the long pass to the other end, and Osokada will play it. Now Manley with the long pass. This is diagonal all the way to Fjellberg, who's come over to the left side of the field. Into the middle, it's kicked away from Lopez. Now Fjellberg regains control, gets into the area, but then try to pass for Lopez. Lopez wasn't quite ready, and it'll be goal kick.
Just a little miscommunication as you're trying to give that little give and go there. Fjellberg had some opportunity to move forward, but he sees Lopez is in a better spot to perhaps get a cleaner look at a cross. So he sends it across, but Lopez was breaking in the opposite direction.
So a little bit of frustration exhibited there by Lopez at the last moment. Both of them relatively new players to this Toros club. Both of whom have added the spark. Lopez himself has a goal and an assist. Fjellberg picked up an assist earlier in this game, had a goal last week. Here's Amo. Amo trying to turn against Adams. And works the ball over to Jay. Still have about 2 minutes to go. Fjellberg on the left side has Sorto to his right. He'll send it in, and Dusnep is ready for it. Kind of a pseudo shot cross there, but Dusnep able to jump on that.
You see Real Monarchs slowing the pace down just a little bit here. I think that's the smart move. It's been a pretty frenetic pace when the ball's been at the feet of the Toros. So I want to kind of slow it down, be a little more deliberate here, because that frenetic pace has certainly favored Rio Grande Valley here in the early going.
They're trying to get it ahead to Johnson. Johnson unable to run down on that. The Toros will have the throw in here with about 1 minute left in the stoppage time. Coach Cabrera still looking concerned despite his team's 2-0 lead. Amo tried to work it to Fjellberg, but it goes off a defender, and the Toros will have another throw in. Amo has now scored in 6 of those last 9 games. After he had kind of a drought through much of the summer in July and August, he's really picked it up in September and now in the early part of October.
No time like the present to strike big, and especially if you're a team like the Toros that finds themselves on the cusp of a playoff spot. This is the time when you play your best soccer. You have someone like Elvis Amo really starting to come into form, can go a long way toward building your attack.
Halsey able to win the ball for Real Monarchs. This might be the last chance for either team in the first half. Chips it back into the middle. Wide open there is Brown. Brown trying to find an open man to Weehan, but Jay with a superb intercept and able to fire it back upfield, and that'll do it for the first half. And at the break, it's the Toros in front on the strength of goals by Amo and Manley, leading it 2-0 here at HEB Park. Coming up, we'll check around the USL, and we'll also have first half highlights and first half stats for you, as well as a look at the standings and the schedule. All that coming up at halftime right after this. This is USL Championship Soccer on ESPN+.
When we said Reliant offers free flex days, we had something a little different in mind. Get the flexibility of free electricity on your 2 highest use days every week with the Reliant Truly Free Flex Days plan. That's up to 8 free days a month. So go on, what are you waiting for? We'll even upgrade your plan to solar. On us. Reliant. That's power. Your way.
DHR Health is now safer than ever and continues to remain focused on one thing: providing exceptional care to our patients and community. No other hospital is trying harder to keep you safe. We're taking every action to ensure your safety with enhanced precautions, including 3 Offside COVID-19 units. Your health should never wait. Don't delay your health care. There is no reason to. Schedule your appointment today. DHR Health. For you, for life.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow, creating more jobs
and more opportunities for all of us.
working together. Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
And we're back at HEB Park. 2-0 our score. Toros in front. And time now for our halftime report, Brian.
Yeah, special thanks to our halftime sponsor, Live Oak Vodka, the official vodka sponsor, the RGV Toros. This action is not the only thing going on around the USL this week. Let's take a look at our USL Weekly Update.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose. You step strong. You step hard. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
Hey, y'all. Can we change up the chores?
Sorry. It's up to the wheel, man.
Oh, yeah?
Hey! Change the channel back.
Sorry, it's up to the wheel.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
record again. Opino got the shot away. Jimmy McLaughlin, oh, sensational.
Cuts it back, Armando Moreno sticks it in, and Josh Suggs tucks it away. And the header, and it's saved by Tambakis.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose.
That's what's going on around the USL this week. Elsewhere, many things happening as the end of week 23 leads us to your USL Championship Team of the Week, presented by Clear Audio. For week 23, take a look at that Player of the Week. It's Birmingham Legion forward Nico Brett, who was voted Player of the Week after recording 3 goals and 1 assist across a pair of victories to lead Legion FC within a point of Louisville City FC to lead the Central Division. That's now the second time this season that Legion FC has seen Brett step up big. He's got 15 goals on the season and is continuing to be a major push in their offense. Elsewhere across that Team of the Week, a couple of names you may recognize from this match, as Jimmy Slayton for Real Monarchs and Adrian Diaz-Pay for Rio Grande Valley both made the all-bench team for week 23. Elsewhere across the USL, some big names being added to the El Salvador World Cup qualifying squad, as 5 current USL Championship players have been named to El Salvador squad for its upcoming FIFA 2022 World Cup qualifying contests, those being Christian Sorto, as well as Walmo Martinez, Armando Moreno, Josh Perez, and Joaquin Rivas. La Selecta will play host to Panama on Thursday and then visit Costa Rica on October 10th to round out their window heading into a contest against New Mexico there on October 13th. Elsewhere across the USL, a couple of games already final today as Charleston fell to the Tampa Bay Rowdies 2-1. Atlanta United 2 and Indy 11 played to a 1-1 draw. Just concluded, Miami defeats Pittsburgh 3-2. El Paso and Colorado Springs went to a 1-1 draw. Memphis downs Tulsa 3-0. You know what's going on here between Rio Grande Valley and Real Monarchs. Also at half, Oakland SC leads Las Vegas 2-1, and Phoenix is up on Orange County 1-0. In the first half, still no score between LA and San Diego, and Sacramento's got the 1-0 lead over Tacoma.
Now that Oakland team started the year just kind of dead in the water, and they've really come on strong and are contending for a playoff spot here late in the year. Let's take a look at the schedule for these teams, starting with Real Monarchs. And Brian, what do they have coming up?
Not an easy stretch for them as they continue to be not a team that's going to be in the playoffs. As we said, they've already been pushed out of the playoffs, but they have an opportunity to really be a challenge to the teams looking for a playoff push. So go on the road for 4 of their next matches at Colorado Springs, at Austin, at Colorado Springs again, and then wrap up that road trip right here in Edinburgh. That'll be on the 27th against the Toros.
Yeah, 4 straight road games there. And then how about the Toros?
Toros have a lot of opportunities to make some big strides in the standings. 2 more against New Mexico United within their next 3. They're on the 16th. They'll be at Colorado Springs. On the 27th, they'll face this same Real Monarchs team again, but that time out in Salt Lake City. And then they'll wrap it up against division leader El Paso Locomotive there on October 30th.
So both teams have their last 5 games against division opponents. So, yeah, a chance for both of them to make some noise there. So we take a look at the standings now in the Mountain Division. And, of course, the teams, the Valley, moved up a little bit, trying to overcome Austin Bold for that final playoff spot.
Yeah, in a really good spot here. And look how tight everything is packed. 6 from 3 is just separated by 6 points, 2 wins. So really what happens with these interdivision matchups can go a long way toward not only restructuring who makes the playoffs, but ultimately how strong they are going into that playoff push. A win tonight for Rio Grande Valley puts them in a really good spot to leap into fourth and within striking distance of Colorado Springs there in third.
Yeah, and the Switchbacks in third actually have already drawn their game with El Paso, so they're at 41 points, but a chance if the Toros win tonight can pick up 2 points on them and close to within just 2 points of them if they're able to win and move up to 39 points. So, yeah, real chance for the Toros to make some noise here this evening in the Mountain Division standings. So let's take a break, and we'll be back with some halftime highlights and some halftime stats for you, as well as the second half kickoff. Coming up in just a moment on our halftime report, this is USL Championship Soccer on ESPN+.
When we said Reliant offers free flex days, we had something a little different in mind. Get the flexibility of free electricity on your 2 highest use days every week with the Reliant Truly Free Flex Days plan. That's up to 8 free days a month. So go on. What are you waiting for? We'll even upgrade your plan to solar. On us. Reliant. That's power. Your way.
DHR Health is now safer than ever and continues to remain focused on one thing: providing exceptional care to our patients and community. No other hospital is trying harder to keep you safe. We're taking every action to ensure your safety with enhanced precautions, including 3 Offside COVID-19 units. Your health should never wait. Don't delay your health care. There is no reason to. Schedule your appointment today. DHR Health. For you, for life.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich. We got 3 chicken strips topped with Whataburger's own buffalo sauce, a little bit of buttermilk ranch, 2 slices of Monterey Jack cheese. The combination is just right.
It's crunchy and then it's spicy and then it's cool. Your mouth is exploding with flavor.
It just all works together, and then you add the cheese in there.
It kind of wakes me up, honestly. My goodness. I can see myself eating this every time I come here.
They're gonna go crazy for this thing. The Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich. That's back, and it's only for a limited time.
And we're back, and Brian, take us through some halftime highlights.
Yeah, plenty of action for the Toros there in the first half. As we said, they're up 2-0, and here's how they got there. Look at this excellent job. Elvis Amo attacking. Dewsnip just not quite able to lay over the top of that ball. Amo cleans up the rebound. Take another look at this angle. Elvis Amo, a magician, with the ball at his feet. And here's a cross. Carter Manley says, I've got a head for soccer. And take another look right here. The cross. Manley places that perfectly. That puts the Toros up 2-0. Fieldberg, beautiful job of placing that. And Manley says, yes, sir. Big point there for the Toros. Coming back the other way. Nice opportunities for the Toros all first half. Kyle Adams, though, stands up strong defensively there. Sends that back the other way. That's probably the best look you're going to get of Tyler Derrick on the season. Great sliding tackle there to push that one wide. And the Toros in control through 45 minutes.
And look at those shots. And, yeah, Toros really dominating in these stats, too, aren't they?
Yeah, and what I really like is you look at the shots. Only 1 shot for Real Monarchs in the first half, 7 for the Toros, which is about on par with what they normally get. But look at shots on target. 5 on target for the Toros. That is getting quality touches and then making the most of it. 5 shots on goal. You find 2 in the back of the net. If you talk to Coach Wilmer Cabrera at halftime, he'll tell you that's where we want to be. That's the type of statistics that lead you to be a winning side.
And that time of possession, I know, always important. And especially Real Monarchs, you know, they put in 5 midfielders, but it didn't really seem to pay off, did it?
No, I think a big part of that was just the speed with which you saw the Toros operating. Real Monarchs with those 5 midfielders, you want to slow the pace down. You want to try to be tactical, moving the ball left and right. And the Toros came out like they were on fire. Anytime the ball was loose, there was a Toro attacking forward for it. And because of that, the Toros just constantly found themselves in their attacking third. They're pushing, they're moving. that time of possession favored them in a large way.
Looking at the fouls, it was 6 on the Toros, 3 on the Monarchs, so a pretty light first half as far as that goes. Of course, the one yellow card you see there, that went to Salcedo for Real Monarchs. Corner kicks favored the Toros 3-0 in that category, so not too many corner kicks there, and the Toros not conceding any to the Real Monarchs, as the Monarchs offense pretty much held in check. You can see there just one shot. I think that was Wehan's partial effort in front that he wasn't able to get his full foot behind it, and Derek had the easy save on that one. Dusnip with 3 saves in the first half, and he's been kept pretty busy having to intercept crosses and generally facing shots, a lot of them that were dangerous from the Toros. And, you know, looking at Manley, his goal, I mean, a terrific finish by him, because he showed that you don't always have to have power. He had great placement on that, and that led to his goal.
And great placement from 15 feet out with his head. You can't underestimate what precision that is to be able to drive the ball with the crown of your head and put it on goal from that far out, and do it in a way that Dusnep, who is a very adept keeper, we've talked about it quite a bit in the first half, goes full extension back the other way, but still can't get there because it was placed so on point to the corner.
And the Toros with a 2-0 lead here at HEB Park, hoping to make it 2 wins in their last 3 outings. They won last Saturday here at home against Atlanta United 2. Then they lost midweek on the road against New Mexico United. Real Monarchs also played in the midweek, and they had a 1-0 loss against El Paso. We see a couple of substitutions here being made at the start of the first half. Leo Torres coming in. Leo Torres, a midfielder, only 17 years old, out of Devine, Texas. And the other player who came in would be a defender, Timi Sobowale, who is from Ireland. He's only 19 years old. So again, the youth movement continues here with Real Monarchs.
It's a good time to bring in some of that youth, get them some strong playing time. They're going to get a full 45 minutes playing here in the second half. Hostile environment, no time like the present to step up big and get those quality minutes.
Toros will be playing at the midfield. Sobowale, a defender. We saw Briggs come in also late first half for Suba, and Briggs playing at the center forward spot. So we're underway here in the second half here at HEB Park. Teams have switched sides. Real Monarchs, of course, in the white kits, and Toros in the blue kits. And right away we see the ball kicked away from Sobowale, and he'll have the throw in for Real Monarchs. Monarchs have used 3 subs already. Toros have yet to use one. Wehan pushes it forward for Halsey. Has his ball knocked away by Flores. Sorto sends it over to Lopez. Quick counter here for the Toros. Lopez, a veteran player, plays it back to Jay. Lopez, 32 years old, from Cuba. You mentioned he was formerly with the Oklahoma City Energy. Ball goes over to Asokada now, and now to Feldberg. Some quick pinball passing here by the Toros, trying to work it ahead to Amo now. And then Salcedo keeps him away from the ball, lets it go out of play. It'll be a goal kick. Salcedo, a member of that under-20 Colombian national team, stands 6'4", just 21 years old. Of course, at 21, that's you're a KG veteran for Real Monarchs team.
Yeah, well seasoned on this Real Monarchs team at 21.
And then here's Torres, who just came onto the pitch. Has it taken away from him by Icaza. And the Toros will start up a new attack as they'll reverse direction, get it to Jay. Jay playing on the back line, but racing forward here. And he'll find Lopez. Lopez racing forward, trying to get the give and go, the return pass. It goes to Amo. Amo trying to get turned. He'll find Sorto, a chip into the box. A nice flick on by Lopez. Fjellberg tried for a shot. I think was a little off balance. It was cleared away by Real Monarchs. Either a shot or a cross by Fjellberg, but the defense was ready for it. Dusnip trying to get it out of trouble. Toros with a nice little one-touch to Johnson. Now Real Monarchs will shift their attack to the right side. Sorto and Sobowale go down in a tumble. And this will be a free kick for the visitors.
Good job of playing that ball by Sobowale. You take a look right here. He uses his body as a shield to keep Sorto away from the ball. So all Sorto can do is go through Sobowale, and that's where he draws the foul.
You mentioned Sorto at halftime, one of the 5 USL players called up by the El Salvador national team. So it's good to see one of the Toro players get some international experience. Fjellberg, who is an international himself from Norway. Trying to get past Johnson. Forced to have to play it back. We've seen a lot of the Toros back line getting involved in the attack tonight, haven't we?
Yeah, they've been pushing forward. That's clearly something Coach Caballera had them working on in this one. You see Babacar Jay is listed as a defender, but he's been playing a lot more of that kind of attacking spot in the midfield.
And there's a chance for Amo in front, then Lopez, and now Amo with the goal, but it's ruled offside. Toros had a mad scramble there in front, both Lopez and Amo with looks. But the offside flag has come up here in the 50th minute.
Get another look at where they're positioned. Keep an eye on Elvis Amo. He's number 9. And you take a look, he's behind the defender by half a body probably as that ball comes in. So that is the right call to be made. See, Amo tried to take a couple of steps and pull his hips back to the onside position.
Yeah, he kind of was in an onside position when he played the ball, but because when the ball was played by Lopez, he was in an offside position, he's considered offside. So the right call there is Sorto had done a good job with the header that went to Amo initially. We saw that, I think last week, the Toros had a couple of goals taken off the board due to either offside or something else.
Another card issued here against Real Monarchs. That's going to go against Sam Brown. Second yellow of the evening. So we had one in the first half against Kevin Salceda. Another look at how it occurs right here. Fjellberg just driving through. That will draw the yellow.
And for Brown, wearing the captain's armband tonight, 25 years old. He's actually from Hong Kong. Picked up his 5th booking. And the Toros with a good opportunity here. Looks like Ikaza might be taking this kick. Toros putting a lot of players at the top of the box. Here comes the cross. Headed straight up in the air. Dusnep comes for it, and he'll take it.
Good job by Dusnip again. Really experienced just to only be 17. He doesn't allow that ball to bounce around in front of him. Immediately comes out, put his mitts on it, and then tells his teammates, move forward. Let's get some space. Let's get back on the counter.
Oh, and here's an opportunity here for Real Monarchs moving into the area. Weehan slips and falls down, loses his footing. And the Toros able to dodge a bullet there. Work it up to Fjellberg. Fjellberg looking for Amo, now finds him in the middle area. He'll work it to Ikaza. Ikaza tries a shot, partially blocked, and this will go out for a corner kick.
We've seen all season, Toros not afraid to remain very aggressive moving into the box, and that deflection gives them another opportunity at corner. And this is where the Toros have really found some success on the year, being able to force corners and then use those preset designed corners to get good looks on net.
So they've used Andres Flores the last 3 games or so to be taking their corner kicks. Maybe Flores again. This will be another short one to Ikaza and work back to Flores. Now Asokada will send this high into the area. Dusnep will let it go, and it goes out of play. They're going to call this goal kick. Last touch by the Toros. Dusnep, yeah, indeed, a precocious 17-year-old. Shows a lot of poise out there for such a young keeper. Oh, and a bad pass. It's almost intercepted by Lopez. I think last touch by Lopez, so another goal kick, but Real Monarchs almost got caught there. That ball quickly sent forward by Brown, all the way to the Toros' end. Asokada will try the long pass. Yelberg trying to run onto it before it goes out. Salcedo got there first. Last touch by Fjellberg, and it'll be a goal kick again.
Good job defensive there by Salcedo, running step for step with Fjellberg and not giving him space to clear that back in, making sure that goes out. Give Dusnep a chance to stretch those legs. The United Soccer League, all 31 championship clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com.
Brown able to get turned, finds Johnson in the middle circle. Ball kicked ahead by Salcedo. Now Torres trying to win control, but Flores beats him to the ball. Asokada, a lot of space in front of him. Yelberg tries to turn, gets it to Lopez now. Lopez with some space. Now to Sorto. Sorto with two markers on him will play it back, and the Toros will continue their buildup. Jay couldn't find anything open, so he plays it back to Pimentel. Toros captain works it to Asokada with a nice one-touch pass to Ikaza. Toros still forced to play it further back here, trying to through ball here to Amo. Now to Asokada. Ikaza with it. Nothing open, so he'll play it back to Manley. Manley, one of the Toros' 2 goal scorers here tonight, along with Amo. Manley, a long arcing pass. Fjellberg able to run onto that and then bounce it off Salcedo out of play. So nice job there by Fjellberg. And the Toros will win a throw-in.
And a good look at what happens when you have that soft pitch. I don't think anybody broke toward that ball because they thought it had enough on it that it was just going to carry out. And then once it hits that soft, wet grass, it kind of slows down. And Fjellberg reads that and immediately races down. Keep the Toros' attack building.
Yeah, it was a good hustle there by the 23-year-old. Asokada will get it to Ikaza. Forced to play it back to Manley. He'll fire it to Asokada, who will send it into the area. Dangerous ball, but right to Dusnep. Dusnep will roll it out for Halsey. Halsey, just 21 years old, defender out of Virginia. Real Monarchs dispossessed, and the Toros take control. Sorto will work it back to Pimentel. All the way to Asokada now. Asokada out of Venezuela. Works it back to Manley, who's from Maryland. Jay, who comes from West Africa, will send a long ball, but Dusnep up there to intercept that one ahead of Amo. The Real Monarchs trying to generate an attack now. Johnson has it knocked away from him. Ikaza and Asokada combining on that one. Now Lopez here on the Toros attack. Moving to his left and get it to Ikaza. A shot at the net. It's going to be a corner kick. Second time Ikaza has taken a shot from the top, and both times it was blocked out for a corner.
Yeah, Josiah Orozco steps up really big right here. Take a look at this nice little drop off. See Ikaza driving in. He has all the momentum behind him. And Orozco, right place, right time, deflects it off his hip. Get another corner now for the Toros.
This will be their 5th corner, second one of the second half. Andres Flores out of El Salvador. Pass it into Fjellberg. Fjellberg able to work his way in to get the cross off, but it's headed out by Orozco for Real Monarchs. Monarchs trying to break out, but the Toros with their pressure defense, able to generate a turnover. Jay works it to Fjellberg. It was a give and go with Jay, able to work his way around Sobowale. Shot and a save made by Dusnep. Goes out for another corner kick.
And the pressure continuing to mount for Real Monarchs. The Toros just coming like bulls on parade here. Everywhere you turn, there's a blue kit standing over the ball, and they're just continuing to press forward, press forward. Remember, Babacar Jay's a defender, and he's playing like a forward over the last couple of minutes. He's standing right there in the box, continuing to apply that pressure.
And here the ball comes into the box, headed out by Salcedo, and then cleared away by Sobowale. Yeah, we've seen of the 4 players on the back line for the Toros, 3 of them have been getting involved in the attack. Jay, Manley, and also Asokad. Pimentel's been the only one who's been the true defender in this game. Ball played back by Pimentel, and Derek will send it over to Jay on the left sideline. Toros again trying to get an attack going. Here's Fjellberg being pulled from behind by Sobowale. Play continues. They award the advantage, and here we go as Dusnep able to clip that one away from Lopez. Lopez was charging in, and Dusnep just able to beat him to the ball. And now an opportunity here for Real Monarchs as they have 4 against 4. Pass over to Halsey. Or Briggs, rather, and it was kicked away from him.
Quick update on our yellow card situation. That last yellow awarded instead to Kyle Adams, not Sam Brown. So the yellows are on Salceda and Adams.
So for Adams, that would be his 5th yellow this year. And Real Monarchs with control. Seen a couple of times they've been able to spring Briggs open in the middle area, but both times Derek has beaten him to the ball. Toros racing ahead now for Real Monarchs. Nice sliding tackle there by Asokad. Asokad with 3 defenders closing in. Sends it to the middle, and we're going to have a free kick here for the Toros as Lopez is knocked down.
Talking a moment ago about Toros using 3 of their 4 backline defenders kind of pushing forward into the midfield, into the forward position. The one not to do so, Eric Pimentel. Worth mentioning, he's the only natural defender on that backline for the Toros right now. Everyone else has spent significant time this season either in the forward or the midfield. So playing directly into something Coach Cabrera has talked about all season, that he looks for players that he can plug into multiple positions, who can play in a number of spots on the pitch, and you're seeing that work dividends now, that you've got players that are adept at moving the ball in the midfield, adept at striking, able to move forward from the back line and step into those key positions on the attack.
Toros, one of the older teams in the USL, average age about 33. Real Monarchs may very well be the youngest team in the league. I mentioned they have 11 teenagers. Toros winning the ball here. It's Flores who got it, chested it to Icaza. Works it to, trying to get it to Sorto, but Adams there with a nice slide to kick it away. Adams, a former Toro player himself. And now here's Icaza with it for the Toros. Moving ahead, now to Sorto. He'll send it into the box. Dusnep stays home. All the way to the far side to Fjellberg. One-on-one against Sobowale. He'll chip it. And it goes to Sorto. Sorto, a nice touch, just wide of the net.
Read beautifully there by Fjellberg. Sorto attacking that soft spot right in front of the net. It's placed beautifully, and Sorto does a really nice job of bending his body, able to get that kind of flying kick off the side of his foot. Just a little bit wide, but that's a great look for the Toros.
Well, that would have been a goal of the week candidate had that one gone in. That would have indeed been pretty. And Fjellberg, I'm really impressed at the way he's able to create crosses for his teammates.
Quick substitution for Real Monarchs. Coming into this one is going to be Jose Mara Quintero. He's going to replace Brett Halsey Additionally coming in is number 96, Seth Powder. So Quintero and Powder onto the pitch for Real Monarchs here in the 63rd minute.
I think that'll be 5 subs for them now. Yeah, Powder pretty young, only 16 years old, the forward. And Quintero, 24 years old, midfielder from Ecuador. Toros with control. And Jay will send this in. This is Lopez. Now Jay to Icaza. Icaza with room and shoots, and that's going to be wide. We've seen Icaza let the cannon go from outside that penalty area 3 different times now.
Icaza not afraid to shoot. We've seen it in his time with the Austin Bold. It's been the same here with Rio Grande Valley. If you give him space to operate, he will put a shot on net, allow his teammates to attack the net. All you've got to do, sometimes all you need to do is just put it in there and see what's going to happen. And he's got some really nice skill at being able to place the ball on goal.
Yeah, keepers hate when players like that, who they know have a cannon shot, will come down. If no markers converge on them, they'll take that shot from distance. And so far, no one has closed the distance or closed the gap on Icaza when he does that. Here's Briggs. Briggs, a big player, worked off the ball by Manley, and Manley able to chip it back upfield. Header by Orozco, so Real Monarchs regain control. Quintero with it, out of Ecuador, we mentioned, gets a little give and go from Toros. Quintero has the ball kicked away by Icaza. It's good defending there by the midfielder. Sorto will send this one over to the far side, and Fjellberg trying to win control. Fjellberg goes down in a spill, and this is going to be a free kick here to dangerous position for the Toros.
You're going to have to watch where this foul is called. That was right on the line of the box. Looks like we're going to get a yellow out of it as well. That one, I believe, going against Orozco. 3rd yellow card against Real Monarchs in this one. Let's take a look at the replay here. See, they're racing down toward the line. Where does this foul come? I believe that's just outside of the box. It's a great spot for a free kick for the Toros, and that was a dangerous move to make if Real Monarchs, because if that contact carried another 2 or 3 steps, they're in the box now. That's a very different situation.
Orozco with his 7th booking this season. He's out of El Paso. 17 years old, and becomes the 3rd Monarchs player to be booked tonight. This is going to be Frank Lopez standing over the ball. Lopez from Cuba has 1 goal, 1 assist this season. Sorto also standing there. It's going to be 6 players in the defensive wall for Real Monarchs. Dusnep guarding the left side of his goal. He's got the wall on the right side. Here's Sorto. Sorto fakes it. Lopez, a shot and a save made in front. It goes into the net. What's the call here as Dusnep was scrambling for it? And the Toro is able to put it in the back of the net, but I think it's no goal. They're going to say goalkeeper interference, and it's a save made there for Dusnep.
Taking another look at the replay. This is put right on. It's bouncing. It's at the foot of Dusnep's feet. And he's got control of that. It's Icaza sliding through him that forces that ball through. You can't make too much contact with the keeper. The keeper has to be protected. And when he's in possession, you can't take it away from him. Can't fault Icaza, though. You got to continue to attack there. Dusnep does a nice job, though, of keeping his body over the ball. He's got possession. That prevents the goal.
Yeah, and Dusnep coming very, very close to having that one roll off his body into the back of the net. Did a good job of keeping his eye on the ball and did have his gloves on the ball at the time Icaza's foot came in and kicked it away from him. So the right call made there as Dusnep came about as close as you can come to giving up a goal as we take another look here.
And look right on the line. Dusnep's over it. He's got to keep it this side of that line. Reaches that hand out, just gets it before it gets there. He pulls it in. It's under him. And you see the foot comes in from Yakaza to knock that loose and deflect it through the line.
Yeah, Dusnip with another save there. And in case you're wondering, the rule is that the entire ball must cross over the line for it to be a goal. A portion of the ball does not count. It has to be the entire ball. So we see a free kick awarded here for Real Monarchs. A good opportunity here for the visitor club. This is Quintero, going to chip it into the box. Headed out by the defense. There's Johnson, a shot, and it's going to be wide. I think it went off a defender. I think they're going to say corner kick here.
I think this is the first trip over to the True Fit corner for Real Monarchs in this one. Tyler Derrick continuing to direct his cohorts, getting them into the position he's comfortable with. He's got a lot of space he's got to cover in net.
Yeah, Derrick has had to come out and prevent some attacks tonight. Doesn't technically have a save, but has raced out to stifle some attacks before they could materialize. We see the Monarchs players all bunched up in the center part of the area. Have 5 players there, and then they have 1 over by Derrick. And here comes the cross, and it's kicked out by Amo. That'll be another corner.
Good job there by the Toros defensively. You got Amo right in that perfect spot. He can clear that away before anybody has a chance to come back on the rebound. So the Toros really putting some bodies on Seth Powder there. They want to make sure Powder doesn't put himself in a position to shield Tyler Derrick away from the ball.
It's going to be Quintero to take the corner again. This comes in, an in-swinger, and a punch out there by Derrick. Out to Johnson, and his is kind of a miss kick. That'll go out for a goal kick. We've got a Toro player who's a bit shaken up. That's Lopez.
Derrick helping him stretch that leg just a little.
So calling for the trainer now. 2 corners there for Real Monarchs. A good opportunity for them, but unable to get a shot on net. Still 20 minutes and change left to play, and it's a 2-0 score as we take another look at the corner.
This is placed really well, but look at Tyler Derrick.
Yeah, Derrick actually had to kind of contend with Lopez to get at that ball, didn't he?
And occasionally you'll see a keeper come at that closed-fisted and try to punch it, but what was really interesting is you see Tyler Derrick, he comes open hand, and that allows him to kind of pull possession in and sling it, because if you punch and you've got somebody standing in front of you, you run the risk of punching it off the back of their head into the net, but he's able to make sure he gets control, open palm, gets a full hand on that ball, and then rips it back the other direction. Really, really smart move to make when you've got bodies standing around you.
And you always want to try to send that ball off to the side to avoid punching it or slapping it back up the middle where there's a ton of players, including members of the opposing team.
Still working on Lopez there. They're going to beckon for a substitution.
Yeah, the Toros have not made a sub yet. That's kind of surprising. We're well into the second half, especially as humid as it is tonight. Toros have 2 goals. From the 28th minute, Amo scored. In the 42nd minute, it was Manley with a header. Gave them the 2-0 lead they have right now.
And the USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forwardforever-proud.
Oh, Lopez still laying on his back, 32 years old, from Cuba. One of 2 Cubans on this Toros team. Adrian Dispe, who we haven't seen tonight, is also from Cuba. And it looks like we're going to see one of our players to watch coming onto the pitch.
Rodrigo Lopez, and what a great moment to bring him in if you're the Toros. He is such a skilled midfielder. He's going to have a chance to come in now and reset the attack for the Toros. Not that the attack has been bad, because it hasn't, up 2-0. But now you get those experienced legs of Lopez, the 34-year-old midfielder who's going to step into more of like an attacking midfielder position now, replacing Lopez. And he's going to have a great opportunity to keep this aggressive attack building for the Toros.
Yeah, Lopez is from Guadalajara, Mexico, home of Chivas. He came up through the Chivas system and has been in the USL quite a long time. In fact, has played more than 100 games in the USL, including the 2014 USL champions. This is Sacramento Republic. And this season has 2 goals, 39 shots. He's third on the team in total shots behind Amo and Sorto. Derek will put it back in play. Headed by Adams. And now the ball goes out to be Real Monarchs throw-in. Adams quickly gets it in to his teammate Salcedo. The Colombian will square it over to the right to Orozco. And now it goes to Sobowale on the opposite side. Brown with it. Monarchs content at the moment to keep the ball in the midfield as Toros, another square pass. That's Fjellberg is able to deflect. And now the Toros giving the Monarchs some fits here. Monarchs still trying to work it out of their own end of the field. Johnson with a turnaround, and he'll find the open man. Sobowale coming forward. Sobowale out of Ireland will find the Ecuadorian Quintero. Quintero pushes it ahead. Nice back pass by Briggs into the area, and Derek is on top of it to beat Torres to the ball. Boy, what a great back heel there by Briggs.
Beautiful touch. Briggs all season has been that one kind of piece for Real Monarchs that allows things to occur aggressively there at the midfield. Not very many players that have the wherewithal, much less the skill, to be able to put that gentle little heel touch and place it so perfectly. Had Tyler Derrick not come out so quickly, that could have been a really good look for Real Monarchs.
We're into the last 15 minutes now. And in a moment, we'll talk about as Lopez sends it into the area to Fjellberg. Nice shot! Oh my goodness, what a goal! The Toros score it here in the last 15, and Fjellberg with a sensational strike.
He's been around all game. You've seen him take a couple of really nice shots. He's been aggressive and gets rewarded for that. Beautiful job, Rodrigo Lopez, of sending that over. And Fjellberg says, take a look at this. That sidewinder kick, and look how well placed it is. Boom! Do snap. Not much he can do with that. That was placed beautifully. Lopez, again, great assist there to place it in a place where Fjellberg can finish in the back of the net. Toros, 3 goals in this one.
Wow, that's going to be a candidate for goal of the week, and Fjellberg with his second straight goal on his home field. And that was absolutely sensational. A superb strike. Great finish by the Fjellberg from Norway, playing just his 3rd game with the Toros. Now we have a yellow card being shown to Lopez for interfering with the ball on the free kick.
So he's standing right over it, and he tries to send it back over to Adams. Torres says, why? The foul was right here. This is where we'll restart from.
Lopez assisting on that goal to Fjellberg. Lopez picking up his team-high 6th assist of the season. Outstanding goal by Fjellberg there. Fjellberg now with a goal and assist tonight. And the Toros lead it 3-0 here with 15 minutes to play.
Well, that's an important stat to track if you have followed this Rio Grande Valley Toros team all season. When they're leading through 75 minutes, they've yet to concede a match. 8-0-1 when leading through 75 minutes, and it looks like that's going to hold in this one as we now approach the 78th minute. them up 3-0.
That ball kicked away via Toros throw in here by Icaza. Gets it to Lopez. Lopez will send this one high to the far side. Sorto is there. Sobowale against him. Sorto tries to send it through the area, but no other Toros there. And I think this will go out for a corner kick.
Just deflected by Real Monarchs. What a great job of getting that over to Sorto in space. He tries to work it through, and yes, it looks like that was deflected away off of powder, maybe. Now Yukaza gets a chance to take this corner.
Yukaza from St. Petersburg, Florida. Sent it into Fjellberg. Fjellberg to Lopez now. Lopez will send it into the box. It's sent out by Briggs. Toros will restart the attack. Also caught it. Nice dummy there. Fjellberg centers it, and Amo couldn't quite get to it. Adams will put it into safety. Another corner kick here.
A whole different level of energy for the Toros. Take a look right here. Yukaza reads that well, allows it to Ole right through. Fjellberg tries to bend that in. Had a couple of blue kits closing on that corner before Adams clears it away.
Yeah, almost a chance for his second goal there. Couldn't quite connect. This ball sent into the area where Briggs is able to clear it. No, Icaza able to run onto it, pick the pocket of Johnson. He'll feed Fjellberg. Fjellberg has it bounce off a defender. Still fighting for space. He goes down. Play will continue. Crowd wanted a penalty kick there awarded, but play will continue. It'll happen right in front of the referee. And now a free kick awarded to Real Monarchs near midfield.
Yukaza and Johnson collide. Johnson comes out with the worst of that, so nice quick free kick and restart for Real Monarchs.
A duel here on the left side. That's Briggs. Icaza able to win it from him and work it to Amo. Toros will start their attack again. They get it to Jay, who's run up from his left back position. They'll feed Sorto. Sorto creating some space for himself. Has Quintero marking him, so he'll have to play it back. Now work it back to Pimentel. By the way, the Toros season high this year in goals is 4. That came against Miami back on June 6th. They have 3 right now with just under 15 minutes to play. Lopez to Azocar. The Venezuelan will send it inside. Lopez will play it back, and then it's sent over to the left side to Jay now. Jay has Powder coming over to mark him. Now it's Quintero marking Jay. Jay trying to work his way through him, but nice job by Quintero to win the ball. Quintero, one of those teenage phenoms on this SLC team. Amo with it. Amo will slide it over to Azocar, running up from his right back position. He'll chip it into the area. Goes over everybody, but Fjellberg will recover. Fjellberg trying to create some space against Sobowale. We'll find Icaza now. Toros with a lot of quick one-touch passing here. Keep the ball away from the Monarchs defense. All the way to Manley, and now to Azocar on the right side. Quickly reversing the field. Azocar working away around his marker, has some space to work with, gives it a go, and Amo tried to redirect it toward the net. It's going to go out, going to be a goal kick.
Looks like we've got a Real Monarch player down for just a moment, stretching.
I think that's Orozco. Waiting for the trainer to come out on the field. The trainer's had a busy night, hasn't he?
Yeah, plenty of contact on both sides, and because of that, and I think you add in the amount of effort both teams have to put in, how aggressive they've been, the humidity. Remember, we had some pretty heavy rains right before this one started. All that together leads to cramping. You end up with some players that need to just kind of stretch it out. You've seen it a couple times there today.
Orozco, we mentioned, from El Paso, a defender, just 17 years old. Came up through that academy, RSL Academy, and we're going to see a substitution now. This will be on the Toros side. This will be James Murphy coming in. Murphy from Scotch Plains, New Jersey, 24-year-old midfielder.
Additionally, Kyle Edwards will come in for the Toros. He'll replace Fieldberg. So Murphy and Edwards get some playing time.
I think Ikaza came out, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see who the other player who came out. So Murphy will play in the midfield. Kyle Edwards, who played his college soccer not too far from here. Playing at University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. Substitution now for the Monarchs. And this is going to be Ibrahim Banse coming in. Banse, 20 years old, out of Burkina Faso from West Africa. Has 2 goals this season. Now Dusnap puts it back in play. We're in the 85th minute now. Monarchs trying to avoid being shut out for the 3rd consecutive match. Toros have yet to give up a goal against the Monarchs this season. Winning the first 2 matches by shutout. They have a shutout they're going here, but still 6 minutes and change to go as the Monarchs work it into the forward area. That's Powder. Has it headed away from him by Pimentel.
Going for the W. Starting next spring, the USL W League, providing increased equity and opportunity for women looking to pursue careers in soccer, both on and off the pitch. Comprised of clubs across the Championship, League One, League Two, and new expansion markets, W League is set to begin playing more than 30 communities across the United States. Head over to USLWleague.com to learn more.
It's going to be a throw in here for the Toros. And I think, Ryan, we were talking before the game during that rain delay, and I think you pointed out that Coach Cabrera has felt that this team should be able to close out games.
Yeah, they've got lots of experience. One of the things he's pointed to all year is with the level of experience they've had, they should be a team that can close games, especially if they're ahead. And you're seeing it here, executing that game plan to perfection, able to take the lead and then continue to be aggressive, get a second and a third goal while keeping your opponent from getting an equalizer or a better look on net.
James Murphy with a nice pass to Amo into the area. He'll get it to Edwards now, and Edwards able to flick it forward, but Dusnap makes the easy save.
And to that point, you'll hear coaches a lot of times say that we're young, we're still learning how to close, we're still learning how to win in that moment. Should not be the case for the Toros. This is a roster full of experienced players that have played at the highest levels, and able to come in now and put up some big time here in the USL as they continue this playoff push.
I think we're going to see a yellow card issued, I think, against Manly.
Looked like it. Manly clears Torres right off the ball as he's trying to push forward.
Be the 5th yellow card on Manly this season. We see a substitution now. Sorto is going to come out, and Vicente Sanchez, the veteran, will come out onto the pitch. And another sub.
Roberto Albuquerque is going to make an appearance in this one. He will replace Elvis Amo.
Amo scored a goal earlier this evening and has had a couple of other looks. Now this is taking out a forward for a defender. They'll protect that lead.
And another substitution coming. You see the captain Eric Pimentel is going to take a seat. He'll be replaced by Adrian Vetta, the 24-year-old out of California. The Toros digging pretty deep here, up 3-0, giving a chance for a couple more players to get some pretty significant minutes here late in this one.
Yeah, Vetta racing onto the pitch now from Norwalk, California, just 24 years old. And he'll play on the back line for the rest of the match. Toros trying to hold on to the 3-0 lead, keep the shutout intact. Monarchs want to avoid the shutout. They've been shut out in 2 consecutive games, want to avoid making it 3. I think they're waiting for the go-ahead from the referee here. Bonse, by the way, standing over the ball, ready to make his first touch since coming onto the pitch.
The fourth official is having a conversation with Toros coach Wilmer Cabrera. I think they're trying to make sure who is on the pitch. Babacar Jay came off. I don't think he was subbed out. Toros making sure they've got enough bodies out there on the pitch as Jay races back out and gets into position.
Well, actually, I see 10 Toros out on the... Oh, no, I see 11 now. There's one near at midfield. So, yeah, they got their 11. And now ready to resume play. And here's Bonse's kick. Going to chip it to the left side. Okada able to get the header on that. Edwards fighting for the ball now. Monarchs able to win it. This is Bonse. Play it back to Adams. Now Toros trying to do something. Here's Toros working his way to the area. Will send a shot. It's going to be wide, but Derek taking no chances and knocking that one down.
Read beautifully. Look at Tyler Derrick, very patient. Toros puts that in a pretty good spot. Derrick uses his body though to push it out into the side. And right back to the races come the Toros. They are quick to counter.
Derrick, a good job not to allow that one to go out for a corner kick. It's going to be a free kick here, won by the Toros. 7th foul called on the Monarchs. There have been 11 called on the Toros tonight. Is Manley with it. We're in the 90th minute. We'll see how much added time there is. Should be a fair amount as we've had a number of injury stoppages. Vicente Sanchez, who just came on, plays it back. Now Derrick will reverse the attack. It's Albuquerque, just came on. And he'll get it to Lopez. Lopez with some space to work with. And his pass intended for Sanchez, stolen by Adams.
Looks like we'll have 5 minutes of stoppage time added.
Newsnap forced to play that one in a bit of a dangerous spot. Adams plays it back to Brown. Brown quickly has to get rid of it. Toros with all kinds of pressure now, and now we've got a free kick awarded to the Real Monarchs. If the Monarchs are unable to score, their scoreless streak will zoom all the way up to 310 minutes. So Salcedo plays this one way downfield. It looks like Powder trying to run onto that one. The ball kicked away from him. Nice defending there by Manley. Goals tonight from the Toros, Amo, Manley, and Fieldberg. Fieldberg with a spectacular strike in the 76th minute. It's going to be on highlight reels all over the country. As Brown plays it to the left side. Sobowale will send it forward. And Quintero trying to turn is dispossessed by Lopez. Lopez's quick pass stolen by Brown, however, for Real Monarchs. And the Monarchs will start up their attack once again. Still got about 3 minutes or so left in stoppage. And now we've got a whistle. This is going to be a free kick here for Rio Grande Valley.
Keep an eye on Quintero. He's there at midfield, still kind of gingerly walking on that right foot. Took him a minute to get back up. Play continued around him. He's back on his feet.
You can hear the drums from the Toros fans getting ready to celebrate a victory. They lead by 3 right now. Flores sends this into the area, headed out by Salcedo. Johnson able to play it off to the right to Quintero. Quintero harassed by Murphy, has to get rid of it. Pinpoint passing now by Real Monarchs, and they work it to Adams. His pass goes to Briggs, and now Toros with it. Toros will send a long shot down that Derek comes out to intercept. Was intended for Powder. Derek able to knock it down with his body, and now Albuquerque will play it. Albuquerque out of Chicago, 27 years old. Come in as a late sub tonight after having not played in the last several games. Now Vera sends it ahead to Vicente Sanchez. Sanchez at 41 years old, one of the oldest players in the league, and the oldest in the league's history to score a goal. He has 2 this year. Had it kicked away from him, and now Bonce will play it. And it goes to Toros. Toros has a lot of speed over there. 17 years old, out of Devine, Texas. Adams works it forward to Briggs, who tries to get it to Toros. Toros' defense closes in on him and kicks it away. It'll be a throw-in for Real Monarchs. Just over a minute remaining now. Toros looking to win for the second time in the last 3 matches. Could move up to 37 points. They'll be just on the cusp of that 4th playoff position in the Mountain Division. Toros winning it back here as Lopez plays it for Sanchez. Sanchez against Salcedo. Sanchez able to work it to Lopez. Now a little give and go with Sanchez. He's going to send it into the, not quite over the, in front of the net. It goes out of play, but it'll be a corner kick.
Sanchez immediately looking for a handball call to be made there on Kyle Adams as Adams comes sliding in, has his arms up. I'll say no, that was off of his hip instead. So another trip to the true fit corner for the Toros, and Vicente Sanchez will have a chance. Try to drum up some more scoring opportunities here for the Toros late.
This will be the 9th corner here for the Toros. Just a few seconds left. And there's the whistle, and that's the game. Toros earn the shutout here tonight, get all 3 points with a 3-0 victory over the Real Monarchs. And Brian, who is our man of the match for tonight?
Look no further than Jonas Fjellberg. What a performance he had coming up big from the midfield. He's got a goal in this one. He picked up an assist. He was that spark plug that got this offense going early. Carried the Toros to a huge victory in this one, 3-0.
Yeah, he was subbed out late, but what a goal he had. He also set up the second goal and has 2 goals now in 3 matches since playing for the Toros. A late signee for them here, and congratulations to Jonas Fjellberg, who celebrated his 23rd birthday earlier this week, and what better way to celebrate than with a great goal here tonight. Congratulations to him, our Reliant man of the match. Well, coming up in a moment, we'll have some second half highlights and some stats, full game stats for you, as well as a look at the who the teams play next. All that coming up on our post-game report in just a moment. This is USL Championship Soccer on ESPN+.
DHR Health is now safer than ever and continues to remain focused on one thing: providing exceptional care to our patients and community. No other hospital is trying harder to keep you safe. We're taking every action to ensure your safety with enhanced precautions, including 3 Offside COVID-19 units. Your health should never wait. Don't delay your health care. There is no reason to. Schedule your appointment today. DHR Health. For you, for life.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
And we're back here. Final score, 3-0. A convincing win for the home team here tonight, the Toros. And Brian, why don't you take us through these highlights?
Yeah, plenty of high-powered offensive action between these two. You know, the Toros had 3 goals. Let's take a look at some of them here. Fjellberg puts that one right on net. Look at Elvis Amo cleaning up the rebound, putting that back in the net. That had the Toros up 1-0. Another look at the angle here from Amo. Just cleans that off, right off the hands of Dewsnip. For a huge scoring opportunity. That's a goal by Carter Manley on a beautiful cross. Fjellberg with the assist. Look at that perfect placement. Carter Manley says, I can do that too. Yes, sir. Coming back the other way. Here's another look at Fjellberg feeding Manley. Header, header, header. 2-0 lead for the Toros at that point. Elvis Amo with the quick touch here. Rodrigo Lopez, and look at Fjellberg. Says, I can score too. Places that one beautifully. Top shelf and in. Nice pass by Lopez as well. Fjellberg, eyes on the ball, chests it, and look at this kick. Boom! Not much Dewsnip can do with that placement. High and tight. 3 goals for the Toros, and that rolls them on to victory.
And look at the shots that the Toros generated tonight. It was a superb offensive performance.
Yeah, about 50% of their shots found their way on to target. And if you're the Toros and Coach Cabrera, that's the kind of stat you looked for all season. Because the more shots you put on target, the better job you'll do of putting them in the back of the net. 3 goals. And look at that time of possession. That stayed pretty consistent across both first and second half. 57% in favor of the Toros. Really nice job of maintaining possession, being the aggressor, being the one on the attack, and keeping the Monarchs away from their offensive side.
And also corner kicks decisively in favor of the Toros, 9-2. As the Toros put on an offensive show here tonight. And fantastic goal again by Fjellberg, the way he chested that down, able to turn his body and fire that ball into the top right corner. Absolutely major league on that goal there, his second goal as a Toro in only 3 games played. Well, the Toros earned the 3 points tonight, move up to 39 points in the Mountain Division, and a chance to contend for that 4th playoff spot along with New Mexico United and with the Austin Bold. Real Monarchs stay at 17 points. Next game for the Monarchs, they'll be taking on Colorado Springs Switchbacks. That'll be a Friday game, and they'll be back at home at Zion Bank Stadium for that one. For the Toros, they go on the road to New Mexico United, the team that's right ahead of them in the standings, and that'll be out Albuquerque, New Mexico next Saturday. So all that coming up, a lot of excitement before the end of October. So for Brian Smith, I'm Mark May. Hope you enjoyed it. The rest of our USL broadcast crew enjoyed bringing this to you from HEB Park, and the Toros with the win tonight, 3-0. Good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.